Bro. Bro, hello guys. Welcome today. So today I'm gonna do, well, Cool Kid Days We Surprised. This, well, this is season 1. Okay. Let's do this. 3, 2, 1, go. I'll have to get spongy.
Who had a white van. And at first, he seemed like a normal guy. He lived a few houses down, had a wife. It seemed like he was just living his normal life. They'd wave at each other when he drove by. He'd say hi when we saw him at the mailbox. Just
Okay.
with a white van trying to exist. I'd see his white van parked in his driveway and think, okay, well, my parents know him, so he must be one of the rare people who have a white van that won't kidnap you.
Okay.
And he actually made me start to think that people who drove white
Now,
vans were kidnappers.
what am I gonna do now?
And I see police cars everywhere.
You want me to go in this stupid place? Oh, then you are gonna be great to see what I can do. Move out my way, you stupid. Why? You're not supposed to be mean. Like, okay, I know I'm not supposed to be mean, but I really just want to test this out. I have a gun. What are you gonna do? Shoot me? No, let me in.
They wouldn't tell me directly what was going on, so I had to eavesdrop on their conversation in the hallway. And I hear them say the word murder. I'm thinking, oh, they must be talking about my mom's favorite soap opera or something like that. But I keep listening, and then I hear them say that our neighbor got arrested for murder. This man was actually out here doing unspeakable things, and we had no idea. We were just waiting for a whole murderer every morning, and he had a white van. Like, could you have made it any more obvious, dude? I'm sure when the cops were doing their investigation, once they found out that this man had a white van, they immediately decided that he was guilty. Didn't even need any more evidence. So after that, I was convinced every single white van had a murderer inside it. I'd be at the grocery store with my mom.
Oh,
See a white van in the parking lot, and I say,
help me.
I love you, but I think we're about to get kidnapped.
if one was driving behind us on the road, I would say,
Mom, step on the gas, now!
I don't know what Fast and Furious movie I
Okay.
but that's the thought that was going
What is this gonna do? Kill me?
Let's look him up.
Guys, he's stuck.
Turns out you don't get let off that easy when someone dies. Who would have thought? My fear of white vans is pretty realistic because there definitely have been some victims of white vans. I've seen it firsthand. It's probably as
What
likely
is
as it
this?
seems. The next fear we gotta talk about is one that literally every
What is this gonna do? Kill me?
Now, like I said, every kid is scared of the dark, but I took it to another level because I'm pretty sure the house I grew up in was haunted.
Oh, it's
So
so
whoever
scary.
lives in this house right now, good luck. But the thing about the dark is that it makes your imagination go absolutely insane. Every shadow you see is a demon.
Ow,
Every you hear is someone
move,
breaking in. The coat on the back of your
move.
door, yeah, that's actually Michael Myers
this is
watching you sleep. So one night, I'm lying in bed trying to fall asleep, and out of the corner of my eye, I see my closet door move. And not just a little creak. It wasn't like a, oh, must have been the wind type of move. No, it slowly, deliberately opened by itself. And before you ask, no, I didn't have any windows open because it was like 30 degrees outside, so it couldn't have been from that. Now, since it was dark, I could only see the silhouette of the door moving, and that made it a little more confusing. But I'm frozen, obviously. Like, I literally just discovered that ghosts are real, but because I'm in the dark, alone, I try to gaslight myself into believing that I didn't just see what happened. But then, the door moved again, just slightly, maybe another inch or two. And that was it.
Oh,
I decided
get
right
this
there
stupid
that
stuff off of me, please.
I made a promise to myself, which was I'm not gonna fall asleep. I couldn't, because I was convinced that every single time I closed my eyes, the closet monster would get me, and my whole family would die. So when nighttime came around, I literally forced myself
I
to stay
to
awake
delete.
until my body physically couldn't take it anymore. I kept the lights on in my room the whole night, and whenever I would start to get a little sleepy, I would just sit up in my bed and stare at the closet. I literally did this for hours, waiting for the morning to come. I got maybe 2 hours of sleep each night during this whole week, but it got to the point where it was ruining my life. My parents started asking why I looked like Goop from Meet the Robinsons.
I'm watching her Vitelli. So, bro, I'm bored. Okay. Well, where's that scientist?
My dad and I love each other. No, that sounded kind of weird. We love each other in a platonic
Okay.
way. Like, not in a... Okay, I'm just gonna stop talking. Never mind. Anyways, the
So,
only reason I stopped staying up every night
we
is I started to get
can
not getting enough sleep.
do this more
Parents made me go to the doctor.
if you subscribe, guys.
If I continued to sleep every
Do y'all like Cool Kid Be Surprised?
thing I was more scared
Do
of
y'all?
than the monsters in my
Okay.
closet was being
So,
5'6".
Cool Kid,
I forced myself to start
we're gonna need you to do an experiment. I mean, Cool Apple. We need you to do an experiment with
Window
us.
was closed. The world may never
We
know, but I
need
do know what
you.
caused me to have this next fear, which is the fear of my
So,
Now, so far, we've talked about how I was scared of ghosts and creepy people in my pants, but I promise you, there was nothing in my childhood that scared me more than my mom. I don't even want to speak about the things she was
okay.
capable of. There were different levels of fearing your parents. Level 1 was when they would use your first name in a
Okay.
slightly stern voice.
Tyler, come here, please.
Okay, no biggie. Maybe I left my backpack on the floor or something. I can handle this. Level 2 was when they would use your first name and middle name.
That.
I did something wrong, but I don't know what yet. Level 3
Okay.
is your full government name. First, middle, and last.
Tyler Locatelli, get down here right now.
At that point, you better pray. You may not know it yet, but you're cooked. That's the point of no return. But the worst level, level 4, was when they got quiet. When they did something bad, and instead of yelling, they just went quiet. That was somehow more terrifying than any amount of yelling.
What's this?
You don't know what they're doing. You don't know what punishment is coming. You're just sitting there in silence waiting for the ball to drop. And the anticipation is worse than anything they can actually do. I remember one
Oh, this is so easy.
brother, and of course, my mom told us to stop. But of course, we didn't listen.
Hello, do you want one of my balloons? They're so crappy.
Then Odell catches is this.
They're so crappy. You know, they're actual crap.
One thing led to another. I
They,
didn't have very
they
good
look like
coordination,
crap,
and we broke the
bro.
window.
They're so crappy. They look like,
In her room, goes,
yep, they look like,
and she comes furiously walking into the living room.
what?
Because my mom always had very distinctive footsteps. I know this is the day we go to
See?
heaven, but when she walks in, she looks at the window,
See?
looks at both of us,
Give me
and
that.
doesn't say anything. Just keeps staring at us with a terrifying look on her face. And that silence was worse than any amount of
Ah,
we knew.
I'm going to the elder God.
Next, that's the worst feeling in the world. They're not knowing.
Ah,
Every possible punishment.
ow.
No video games ever again.
Mommy, I want to call my mommy. I want to call my mommy. My mommy.
What the punishment would be.
Damn it.
Real torture. And you think this situation couldn't get any worse. But trust me, it could. Because finally, when she does decide to speak, she goes,
Wait till your father gets home.
if you grew up with a father, that sounded like a diss to people who didn't grow up with a father. I didn't mean it like that. Basically, what I'm saying is, if you've ever heard your mom say that sentence, you know that's a death sentence. Because when your mom said this, you had hours to think about what was going to happen. If you're sitting in your room, knowing that you're about to get a punishment, you could only imagine happening in a Call of Duty mission. And there's nothing you can do about it. You can't run, you can't escape. You just sit. And by the way, between the time when we broke the window and my dad got home, my mom literally didn't
Oh, yeah.
get home. She already knew the
I want some apples. Why? Dun 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 dun. Who's calling me on my phone?
marching down to my room. Once again, I knew it was him because he
Lady, it's time to go home.
and says,
I know you're at the party, but you have to go home. I'm gonna stay all night. Okay, that's fine with me.
that question without saying another word. He just started unplugging stuff in my room. First it was my PlayStation, then my TV, then my umbilical cord. And he just put all these things in their closet and I couldn't get to it. They didn't tell me how long they were taking it away or anything. And that was the day I had to learn how to meditate. Just stared at a wall for the rest of the day. They still never gave me any of my
is
technology back, by the way. And I know what you're thinking. Well,
the scientist room. This is where we experiment on people, especially people like you, cool kid. You got great fighting skill, but you can't defeat us. Yes, you can't. If he tries to fight us, he'll fail every time. He's nothing but a failure. What did you just call me?
let me tell you about
You're nothing but a failure, loser.
University is one of the largest accredited universities
How did he get the
with some of the most
work cooked?
tuition rates in the nation.
I told you not to put it in that room. Stupid.
programs with no set class times, so you can keep your job and still earn a degree. You can even transfer up to 90 credits towards a bachelor's.
Yeah.
Prior college.
Wait.
You can get credit for military and other
Yeah.
experiences too, which can help you finish your degree faster and for less money. Now, you guys all know I love sports.
What the? Where did he go?
Management program. So if I ever want to go back to school,
Why should I know?
that's exactly what I'm
Why? Just tell me why should I know?
helps prepare you for the job market.
Boo.
Check out more programs at snhu.edu/Tyler. It's time to start building towards something better, one step at a time. So the
Loser. Oh, I've been waiting for this all my life. So I am gonna win against the fight of it all.
Summer's here. You can celebrate anything. Like buying your first car.
Ugh, my head. My head. I want my mommy. Why are y'all obsessed with y'all's mommy so much? Cause she born us. Whoa. Wow. So great. Let me sweep this up. No, help me. I want my mommy. Shut up. Okay. So, I heard you were a great murderer at some point in your life. So why don't you join us?
If you didn't have this, I would call you the crazy one, because I'm talking about the fear of sharks. But for me, this fear was a little different because I wasn't scared of sharks in the ocean. No, I knew I could just avoid those. My fear was about sharks in the pool. Yes, the 4-foot pool in my neighborhood with chlorine in it. I genuinely thought a shark could somehow teleport into there like it had powers or something. And this wasn't just a passing thought or a little worry in the back of my mind. This fear was so real that it's one of the main reasons I didn't learn how to swim until very late in my life. I'm saying that like I learned how to swim at 60. I mean very late in my life up to now. But everyone thought I was just being lazy or that I was scared of water in general, and that's why I never learned how to swim. Like my parents would try to convince me to get in the pool, and I would just be like, and they would just think it was because I didn't want to exercise. But no. Well, yeah, it kind of was because of that too. But I was specifically scared. I went into the deep end of my pool. Jaws would be chilling. Everything happens there with animals. I don't know how y'all do it. I see videos of people sleeping with 15-foot spiders like it's nothing. But once I learned this information, that snakes could crawl through your toilet pipes, I could never unlearn it. It was burned into my brain forever. So every time I had to use the bathroom, I would just think about the possibility of a snake being in there. I would check the toilet seat every single time before sitting down. Look into the bowl, make sure there's nothing suspicious going on down there, and then give it a flush just to be safe. Sometimes I even hover over the seat instead of actually sitting on it because I was so paranoid that the moment I sat down, a snake would strike. I was sitting there while taking a dookie in a 3-point stance like an offensive lineman. But here's where it gets even more scary. Remember the pool shark fear? Well, imagine having both of these fears at the exact same time. Because one day, I was at a pool party, and I was already nervous about being in the water because of the shark thing. But finally, I built up the courage to go in because I didn't want to look like a loser in front of everyone. So I'm in the pool. But for some reason, going in the pool always makes me have to poop. And now, I'm faced with a dilemma. Do I stay in the pool with a potential shark, or do I go to the bathroom where there's a potential snake? After saying that sentence out loud, I'm really starting to realize that I sound schizophrenic. But to me, the answer was obvious of what to do in this situation. I'm just gonna poop in the pool. Or at least that's what I would have done if I was brave. But in reality, I just went to the bathroom and it ended up being perfectly fine. And you want to know a little secret? I still check toilets before I sit down. Because although the chances of getting bit by a snake while taking a dookie are low, they're never zero. This is a fear I don't know why I had because it's not even a risk.
My Territory. Oh, sorry.
And when there was sand, there was quicksand. Every cartoon and movie made quicksand seem unavoidable. Every adventure show, someone got stopped in quicksand. Every jungle scene in a movie, quicksand. So naturally,
I should probably not have done that.
obstacle in my life. But here's the thing, I've been alive a lot of years, and to this day, I've never seen quicksand. Not once.
Okay.
beaches, deserts, hiking trips, different countries, and I've still never encountered it.
Yup.
Quicksand is rare and not even that dangerous. Most places with
Wow.
aren't even deep enough
This
to fully
is a
submerge you.
great testing group. They're still testing on me.
It'd be fine. You put all this energy worrying about quicksand.
At least I'm saving the world like a dumb,
Because there's basically no chance
like a
of
dumb.
finding quicksand, but it makes sense why we're all scared of it. But I promise you, there is a fear that surpasses anything else I've mentioned so far.
Whoa.
That literally gives me goosebumps just to think about. And that is the fear of women. When I was growing up, and still low-key today, I was
Okay.
genuinely terrified of women. I'm talking full-blown.
Bye, guys.